Hey everybody, welcome to a new video. As you might have seen in my previous video, I had the opportunity to drive with the brand new Volvo XC40 P8 Recharge, the first fully electric Volvo. And as you might know, that P8 comes with the brand new Google Automotive OS system, the first Android-based infotainment system in a car. And despite that it worked really well, it was a good system, it's only available in the Volvo XC40 P8 and in the Polestar cars too. So after driving that car for a weekend, I went back in my own XC40 with the current infotainment system by Volvo Cars, and it also works really well. So I felt a bit bad about maybe being very enthusiastic about the Google one. So today it's all about the current Volvo Cars infotainment system, because it's available in pretty much all Volvo cars. So I'm going to show you around the system, talk you through it, let you know what I like, what I maybe not like, and show you guys a couple of tips and tricks which might be useful for yourself. So that being said, let's take it away. So this is basically the your main view of the infotainment system of the car. On the left we have your driver display, and on the right here in the center console, of course, we have the infotainment system. I'm gonna take you guys through I think the most interesting things of the system. Up top here we have also the settings and all that. I'm gonna skip that for now. If you are interested in that, let me know in the comments, and I'll make a separate one about that, because there's a lot to talk about the settings and your preferences. We'll get back to that one if you guys would like that. So basically the system over here contains 4 tiles, as you can see. What else do we have? We have information about connectivity, so cellular, Bluetooth, GPS and Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is turned off because I barely use it. I can turn it on as some sort of a hotspot, and then passengers in the car can use it as a Wi-Fi point. Cool feature, but barely using it. We see the time. Over here we see the temperature if I will start the car. I'll do that later. Heated seats, and also the heated steering wheel for me over here. Heated seats for the passenger. And climate in the car is over here. First things first, here's a tip. If you press the home screen button for a couple of seconds, the system will turn off. Oh, and by the way, this is the energy conservation warning, so that the system will be turned off to save energy. Well, for now, I'm going to continue. Otherwise, the system will shut itself off. So what I did, I pressed the button for a couple of seconds, and the screen turns off basically. And that's a good moment where, in my case, I have a cleaning cloth thingy over here. And then you can wipe off all your fingerprints and marks off the screen. Useful feature. When done, you basically press the home button again, and you have your screen back on. So basically on top we have current position. That's our navigation system. The benefit of using the Volvo Cars infotainment navigation system over, for example, the Apple CarPlay, Google Maps or Waze, or Apple CarPlay itself, is that you have a full screen, and also instructions on the route are displayed in your display over here in the middle, or even if you have a head-up display over here, not available in the XC40, but for example in the 90s and 60s series, you will also have your instructions displayed over here. That being said, I barely use the system. I have Google Maps, which I prefer more because it's integrated with my daily stuff, Gmail, etc. So I use that, but there's not much to say about this system. It works. It's a good system. Nice big screen. So that be. If we go back, we see the radio tile. With a pretty nice song currently. I have this set up in my radio favorites, and that means that I have my favorites over here, my favorite stations, which is a benefit over having the entire list. Whoops, if we would do that, so the DAB, then you would have the whole list, and if you want to switch stations, then you would be tapping over here all the time until you get your favorite one. So bit of a tip: set up your radio favorites and use those. So press it over there, you will get it over here, and then you can just short switch between your favorite stations. Yeah, so that's basically the radio system. We also have AM. Well, I never use it. Let me know if you use that, because I'm actually curious wherefore you would use that. So let me know. Yeah, so basically that tile is connected to these top ones: AM, FM, DAB, radio favorites, Bluetooth, USB, and iPod. Yeah, for me, radio favorites it is. So, if you go back again, the third tile, yeah, iPhone. If you are connected to your Bluetooth and not your Apple CarPlay, it will work through this system. Yeah, it's self-explanatory. Yeah. If you are connected to the Apple CarPlay system, your phone will work through the Apple CarPlay system, and here it would say connected to Apple CarPlay, phone through Apple CarPlay. Nothing to do over there. Then the below tile, that's an interesting one. That is basically the only one of the 4 tiles which can adjust or change with content. So basically this shows the last system thingy you used. So I used the sound experience option last, and it will display over here. Basically that is when you swipe to the right, you come to your applications, and the ones you tap over here, for example messages, will display in your center screen and will be displayed below. So for example sound experience, we go back, it's down below over there. So what else do we have? If I start the car, let's do that for the shortest amount of time. You can see that all the safety systems are start up, and we got actually a warning that it's maintenance time. Lucky me. So yeah, here below we see the temperature. Yeah, you tap it, you can swipe it, or you can tap it. If you and your passenger don't agree on the temperature, you can use it over there, switch in between, and there you will see they will be disconnected of each other. If you like it more synced up, then up here below you can tap synchronize temperatures, and then over there you will have delete, close, and they are both on 19 degrees. What else do we see? We see an A for the heated seats and steering wheels. I have a preference in my settings that when it's under a below temperature, I believe it's 5 degrees Celsius, the heated seats and heated steering wheel will start up automatically to heat. So that's basically what the A means. If I tap it, you can also see the A. If I don't feel like it, you just tap it once and it will turn off. Same for the heated steering wheel. In the middle we see the clean zone, which ensures that you have clean air in the car. When it detects polluted air and all that, it will shut off, and it will recirculate temperature. Apologies, the air in the car. It's still early. What else can you see is that the heated rear window turned off because of the low temperature today. Once again over here we have heated seats for the passenger, and of course the temperature. So that's basically the center main part of the infotainment display. Then there are basically two options you can do from here, from the center. You can swipe left or you can swipe right. When we swipe right, we once again see the AM, the DAB, etc. And also a couple of options below. Let me make that a bit sharper. We see sound experience, messages, car status, driver performance, and download center. Download center, you can download some applications. Well, I barely use it because I use Apple CarPlay. By the way, there's also Android Auto available if you prefer that. Driver performance. I used this one, for example, a lot in my recent video about the fuel efficiency of this car. Make sure you check it out if you like that. And we go back. What else? Well, car status, that will basically tell you about the status of the car. For example, now it warns me about regular maintenance that should be scheduled. And I know, I will do that today. And what else? Messages. If you are connected with your phone, it will display SMS, text messages over there. And basically sound experience. This one is nice when you have the Harman Kardon system, which I have in my car. Very nice. I would advise to get that if you are able to do. It works really well. Basically, in sound experience, we have the seat optimization. Well, in here you can see it's party for everyone. The surround, this is my preference. I like this one the best. So a lot of surround, and you can adjust the tone. So the treble, the bass, and the subwoofer, or the bass. And an equalizer, you have neutral, clear, warm sounds, and custom when you go play on your own with these ones. As you can see, I like it turned up. So that's basically the sound experience you get from this part of the system over here. So that's the right side of the system basically. Here we come back to the center one, and if we swipe left, we come to all the car functions. You can swipe down. It kind of depends on how many applications or functions you have over here. What you will see. So first one is the ESC Sport mode. I have never used this one actually. In my T3 engine, there's not so much sportiness. So when I need it, I put it in the dynamic driving mode for a bit of extra fun. So if you're into that, there it is. We have the lane keeping aid, which will keep you in your lane if you by accidental or aren't paying any attention, and you will leave your lane. It will steer you back into your lane and also give you a sound and a little warning. You can just turn it on, turn it off. I always have it turned off just because I like the safety part of it. What else? Park assist, so basically park distance control on the front of the car and also on the back of the car. We have cross traffic alert. I explained a bit more about that in my very first video on this channel. That's basically when you are reversing. Let me just put it in reverse. You can see the camera turning on, and that's basically when you are between two big vans or trucks or whatever, and you can't really see if there's any traffic coming along, and the car will warn you if it's not safe to back up the car, and it will also brake for you in case of emergency. So that's a nice one. While we are still here, by the way, this is the camera function. As you can see, you see parking lines. You can zoom in. That's a big nice tile. The park assist system, and you have you can turn on your lines, turn on and off, and the cross traffic alert, you can also turn it on and off. So that's basically the camera. Also displayed over here, you can just tap it, and then you get there. And what else? We have the blind spot indicators, which will warn you in your mirrors with an orange light over there. It will flash when you are going in front of the other car too early in the system's opinion. And also the car will steer itself back into its lane when it thinks it's not safe to switch lanes. So if there's something in your blind spot which you might have missed. I've experienced that one time where the car next to me shifted to another lane, so it was clear for me to actually change, but the system wasn't agreeing on that yet, so it's pushed me back into my own lane, which feels very weird because the steering wheel will suddenly steer you back, which is a fun, strange feeling, but yeah, I like it. That's one of those typical Volvo safety functions. So what else? We have the camera, we have the road sign information system, which displays over here. As you can see, a 30-kilometer zone. Yeah, it will change as you are driving along. The connected safety system basically is a system which yeah, pretty much all modern Volvo cars have, and if they experience icy roads or very wet roads where you have chance of in Dutch we call it aquaplaning, then it will send out a signal to other Volvo cars which are in that area, so they are up to date of any hazards coming along their route, which is a very nice function. What else? We have the speed sign assist. Yeah, speaks for itself. We have the cruise control, which you can activate here if you do not want the adaptive cruise control. So as you can see over there now, cruise control. Yeah, we have the speed limiter, now cruise control. And if I would go one further, we have the pilot assist, which isn't playing along now. If I turn it off again, then you can see the adaptive cruise control will turn on and the pilot assist also. Yeah, I basically never use the cruise control. I always use the adaptive cruise control because in my opinion it's safer. What else? Reduced guard. Yeah, if your car is on a ferry or on a vessel or on a truck, then the alarms won't go off all the time. We have private locking, which means that if you would give your car to a valet service, they can't open the glove box or all that jazz. The wiper service position, well, if you work at the Volvo Cars dealership or an engineer and maintenance employee, then you know what to do. And the collision avoidance system. If you would speak for Sweden, then it basically means that it will avoid a big moose on the road, but of course also a car which is standing still in front of you of the road. The car will avoid it and steer around it, which I hopefully never will need. So that's basically the car functions. Fun fact over here, just like with your iPhone, etc., you can swipe these tiles and move them around as you like. So if you prefer to have a couple of other systems in top, so you don't have to go down all the time, etc., you can change it up by simply swiping these ones around. And that is basically the infotainment system. We are back in the center screen. Before I forget, this is also the climate control system over here. You can see you can adjust the speed of the fan. You can tap to make it auto climate. If you prefer to have it on some kind of zone, you can do that over here. And also, of course, you can, besides the buttons you have over here, you can also activate them over here and also activate the recirculation of the air in the car. You also have the parking climate. You can do the preconditioning, which will basically use the preheater of the car, which is optional. And you can also keep climate comfort. For example, if you stop the car, let's see if we're working. Yeah, so I turn off the car now, then I can press keep climate comfort, and it will use the warmth of the engine and all that to maintain a bit of a nice climate in here. Very useful. What else? You can also use or add timers over here to warm up the interior, the cabin of the car, on preferred times. So you can set that up over here, but you can also set it up using Volvo On Call if you have that, so you can do that from your phone. I don't have it set up in a preferred way. I just, 15 minutes before I leave and on a cold day, I will activate it on my phone so that the car is nice and warm when I get in. So yeah, that's basically is the infotainment system of the car. So I showed you around these tiles. We went to the right, discussed a bit about the applications, and we also went to the left where I showed you a couple of the car functions. There's a lot to talk about this system and also about the preferences and the settings. So if you Or, you know, if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments if you would like to see, you know, a second part of it. And I will go a bit more into the preferred settings and details and all that jazz to explain a bit more about that. Yeah, and that being said, guys, that is basically it. The current infotainment system of the Volvo cars. And yeah, you know, I showed you a bit around, a bit brief. There's a lot to talk about this system, as I said there. So let me know in the comments if you would like to see anything else regarding the system. Overall, it works really well. It's a good system. Maybe for now even better than the Google system because it's not really, you know, fully integrated yet. For example, the Volvo On Call function on the Google Automotive OS isn't working yet. Also, Apple CarPlay is not available yet. So there, the current system has a benefit. Yeah, you know, it speaks for itself. It's a clean system. It works very well. And yeah, that being said, yeah, I hope you liked this video and you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you would like to see more regarding Volvo cars, Polestar cars, etc. For those who have subscribed, thank you very much. I really appreciate it that you enjoy the content. And yeah, for now, have a nice day and I'll see you guys next time.